Okay, here I is. You should be able to see now and hear. Um, that was my fuck up. I don't know how I did it, but I knocked the mouse uh, transceiver out of the USB port and froze the mouse. And so I couldn't remember how to shut the thing down from the keyboard. And so I shut it down, came back, and it wasn't working. So anyway, I'm back. Um, we were talking about Zionism not being Judaism, and how there needed to be a free Palestine, that Palestine needed to be reunified. And I suppose I'll go back to Twitter and mess around until something happens here. M4BL. Attack on black leadership. Huh? We categorically reject the erroneous assumption that all criticism of the Israeli government is anti-Semitic. This strategy that has included things like firings and public character assassinations of leaders is intended to undermine, censor, and silence. So what else is new? Let's see what they want to tell me here. A new Zionist idiot in my face, and I'm going to just dismiss him quickly. I don't want nothing to. I'm not going to argue with these guys. You know, you're posting propaganda and insults. Okay, we have our first caller on the news stream. Yes, Go ahead. Bye. Callers, if you're not rational, polite, have something real to say, I'm just gonna hang up. Just gonna hang up. You know, if you want to play this shit, go to Michelle's channel. What is a Zionist? Go ahead.
I would like for you to pull on my tail.
Zionist. Zionism. Hopefully you tune into the first part of the stream I just finished. Zionism is a nationalism, Jewish nationalism, and it's totally fraudulent on so many levels. It was created by racist atheists. It was financed by a warmongering banker. Fucking Rothschild's designs on Jerusalem were public knowledge in the 1820s. There's newspaper articles talking about it. Tune into my Twitter feed. That's all these people are talking about, and then I get to play fact checker with a lot of them. Go ahead.
Quantum physics, work ethic, Bitcoin, responsibility.
Then what?
Nintendo.
Do you know how to put together an actual sentence?
What?
I was wondering if you know how to, what are you trying to say? You just rattle off some words.
You sound like shit. What? Talk louder.
The microphone on the phone is defective.
Sorry, what?
The microphone is defective.
The NASDAQ has fallen 2 points.
That's something I really could care less about. Anything else?
Trigonometry.
Yeah, well, go find somebody else. Yeah, have a nice night. Bye. Thanks for calling.
Tango.
No, I'm not gonna send a message. The idiot called me from a landline. I can't believe this idiot called me from a landline. You can't send a text message for free to a landline. No, it was a person. He had to back off. Because he couldn't hear me because my phone's fucked up. Oh, what's going on here? Florida Rep. Matt Gaetz just straight up threatened Michael Cohen. What's going on here? High-profile Trump ally in Congress just straight up threatened Michael Cohen. Less than 24 hours before former Trump fixer Michael Cohen is scheduled to appear at an open hearing to discuss his relationship with the President of the United States and shed light on his involvement in a hush money scheme involving two women alleged they had affairs with the billionaire businessman, Florida Republican Representative Matt Gaetz directly threatened Cohen via Twitter. Hey, Michael Cohen, come on, quit jumping around now. Would you please? Hey, Michael Cohen, Gates tweeted on Tuesday afternoon, do your wife and father-in-law know about your girlfriends? Maybe tonight would be a good time for that chat. I wonder if she'll remain faithful when you're in prison. She's about to learn a lot. Gates offered zero proof for his claims of infidelity by Cohen. Speaking to reporters outside his office Tuesday evening, Gates defended his tweet, adding that it wasn't a threat. He told reporters his tweet wasn't witness tampering since he's not on the House Oversight Committee, and he added that he didn't speak with Trump about his allegations. Go away, CNN. Leave me alone. This is jumping around too much. I don't need any more of that. Go away. Go away. What's happening here? Nothing. So let's see what else is here. Jacob Wohl. What's that about? The Krasensteins. Oh, that was what the big deal was. No, that wasn't it. Okay, who is this Jacob Wohl? He got suspended. And okay, there was a USA Today story. Let's see what that's about. And Krasenstein is saying he's going to be exposing a forgery scandal that he was involved in. Jacob Wohl, an American far-right conspiracy theorist, fraudster, and internet troll. He was formerly an online blogger and columnist for the website The Gateway Pundit. Oh, this kind of an idiot. Jacob is proud to be #1 trending topic after the Twitter ban. Okay, and here's why he got banned. Twitter suspends conservative activist Jacob Wohl after he admits to making fake accounts. In an interview published Tuesday, he said he planned to create fake Twitter and Facebook profiles to steer the left-wing votes in the primaries to what we feel are weaker candidates compared to Trump. Well, like banning him is going to stop him from doing that shit. These trolls are really disgusting people. Read the whole thing. Jacob Wohl, a conservative activist who infamously attempted to smear special counsel Robert Mueller with false sexual assault allegations before the 2018 midterm elections, was banned from Twitter on Tuesday for operating a ring of fake accounts. Wohl operated Women for Schultz, which posed as a supporter of former Starbucks CEO and presidential hopeful Howard Schultz. He also operated 2 other banned Twitter accounts, according to a source familiar with the accounts who was not authorized to speak publicly. Wohl's account was suspended for multiple violations of the Twitter rules, specifically creating and operating fake accounts. Twitter told NBC News in a statement. Wohl became the center of controversy in October when he claimed an unaffiliated intelligence firm had proof that Mueller had sexually assaulted an unnamed woman. The phone number for the intelligence firm was registered to his mother. The intelligence firm's documents attempting to prove the allegations was riddled with inaccuracies, and Wohl never produced the accuser. In a phone interview Tuesday evening, Wohl admitted to operating Women for Schultz. This is par for the course. We're just talking about how this was probably going to happen. Wohl initially said he did not create the Women for Schultz handle before backpedaling and claiming the account. Thank you for reminding me. I tweeted at it to be goofy, but it's not a fake account. I was tweeting about women's issues that Schultz happens to be good on. Wohl was profiled in USA Today in an article published Tuesday morning in which he said he planned to create fake Twitter and Facebook profiles in order to steer the left-wing votes in the primaries to what we feel are weaker candidates compared with Trump. He said he didn't see a problem with the strategy. It's not illegal, unethical, or untoward for Americans to steer an American election. He said in the phone call with NBC News, "I'm an American." Wohl claimed without evidence that anti-Semitism was behind the suspension as retribution for his efforts in an investigation of Representative Ilhan Omar, a Somali American. Wohl is Jewish and called himself a Zionist on Twitter. In my entire life, I've had 3 Twitter accounts, Wohl said, pointing to his main Jacob A. Wohl account for his private investigation company, and a third unnamed account reserved for a think tank that he was planning to launch. Women for Schultz tweeted mostly videos from Schultz, along with talking points Schultz sometimes did not share. The account had a minor viral moment February 1st while echoing one of Wohl's own false talking points about 2020 Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris does not represent American women, unlike Howard Schultz, who is 100% self-made. She traded sexual favors for public office. The Women for Schultz tweet read, which received hundreds of retweets and likes. I'm sure it did. Okay. Yeehaw. Okay, well, anything else interesting? Bernie, we've got to make it clear to Russia that they cannot sabotage elections, not just in the United States, but around the world. What the fuck, Bernie? What do you think the CIA's been doing for the last 50, 70 years almost? That is a serious offense that will not be taken lightly. Whoa. The House voted to block the fake emergency. Yay. Yay. Border wall, North Korea and Chicago. This is your New York Times briefing for the day. Let's see if they're going to put up a paywall on me. It's taking its time loading. House passed a resolution to block President Trump's declaration of national emergency on the Mexican border, with a handful of Republicans joining Democrats. Resolution will be taken up by mid-March in the Senate. 3 Republican senators have already declared their support. Just one short of the number need to send the legislation to the president's desk. Above wall construction at the border in El Paso last week. While it's unlikely there will be enough votes to overturn promised presidential veto, the resolution does assert Congress's constitutional authority over spending, as passage could bolster numerous lawsuits that maintain that Trump's declaration is an illegitimate end run around Congress's power of the purse. True that. Yeah, I know about that. I just didn't want to mess with it. Some stuff they let me read, and some stuff them in the Washington Post and the LA Times. Medium is coming after me, wanting me to subscribe. Give me a hard time whenever I log in. It's not actually a wall, but I have to do some clicking to get their bullshit out of my face to read anything. So you've used up your monthly allotment of free reads. We see you read a lot. So there's a whole lot of nothing going on in the news that is of any interest. Let's see if there's anything worth looking at the idiots in idiot land. I'm being prosecuted every day, dumbass. The court of public opinion is your jury. And no court provides lawyers for civil suits. No, that's not true. And the court wouldn't, the court will appoint something if I bring it to federal court. Let's see what else this idiot's saying. That's just the usual shit. Herb's real angry. How so does Medium have too much potential for slander? Julia Serrano publishes there. That's why I read it. I see several things will come to me, but mainly Julia is publishing her stuff there. I forget who else, but Julia, I know, has a lot of things she's published, and I use that stuff a lot because I'm sharing it into, transgender support groups and stuff. It's nice. It's nice not to see idiots in the chatter. Apparently, they got. So did what's his name that was here before talking about this? He's not back. I want to know about this. What did he call it? Shishka Wiki, something like that. I want to see what Oh, that's when it froze. That's right, Tor browser. Thing froze on me at Tor browser. I was going to download a Tor browser so I could see this bullshit. And oh, that's why I pulled it out. I'm such a stupid fuck. That's why I pulled it out. I pulled it out to put in my flash drive, and that killed the mouse. Old people's moment. Okay, I have a Tor browser now. Who wants to tell me how to? Oh, well, slander is spoken, libel is punished, published. And you're going to find strong bias even on a major newspaper's editorial page. Blogs and editorials. Nobody's really paying much attention to the content on those. No, they don't. Not the same. The rules aren't the same for editorializing. So you can't expect bias. Yeah, this guy's a jerk. He's getting blocked. Get him one of the one of the things that the Palestinian supporters razz the Zionists about is the IDF wears diapers. We call them diaper snipers. Video ridiculing them.
خامسا، أين هي شجاعة هذا؟
Hi. Is there anything going on here? Anything anybody want to talk about? Because I'm just sitting here. You know, I'm totally like covered what I wanted to cover. If anybody has any questions, anybody wants to call and just chit chat. Um, Tucson, a lot of experience for one thing. Oh boy, and you just learn how to how to talk to cops. Now, actually, we had um, the police captain of the town hall district was ever locked up. My mom was at the station for a meeting with him over something, and they wanted to get rid of me for a minute, so he took me over to the drunk tank and locked me up with the drunk. He said, "You sit in here for a little while, think about it." Look, I was maybe 8 years old, 9 years old. He tossed me in the drunk tank with a drunk. But you get to know what to say to the police to defuse things. You know, I've been arrested well over 100 times, but and the only time they've handled me roughly is when I like sassed them. If you stay polite with the cops, they're cool. And you know, I'm a street artist, and Tucson encourages what I do. They like my act. I'm on a first name basis with a lot of the downtown beat cops. Well, that's it exactly. You know, it's yes, officer, no, officer. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, officer. No, officer. That's really not valid. You know, just keep it polite and don't get too constitutional with them. And you get, you know, I've talked my way out of a lot of shit that they, you know, they wanted to just, you know, I've talked my way into shit too. And you just learn to, you gotta be submissive to the cops and polite and not give them any crap. Not give them any, you know, if they think you're lying to them, they're gonna go off on you. If try to argue the law with them, they're gonna go off on you. I don't know. I don't know what to think about them people. I don't trust anybody who believes that violence is a appropriate means of conflict resolution. It's totally don't trust any of it, anything like that. Never did. I don't know. I'm patriot. You know, part of my standard rap is that I'm a Native American Hebrew Israelite, and we were raised to be faithful to, you know, the core principles. You know, I was brought up in a more secular, more assimilated. There's Truma, which is orthodox, strict, and Freya, which is free or more reform and doesn't adhere to the ritual and ceremony so much. But there are core principles about love and loving each other and not, you know, doing things like lie, steal, cheat, kill. You know, these are things that are that's what makes a Jew. That's what makes a Jew. I don't know. Next question. You know, that you know, I'm loyal to the Constitution. You know, this is how we were raised. Is that you know, the Jews were scattered because they fucked up. They failed to uphold the covenant, and they were scattered and told that they had to live by God's law under Gentile rule everywhere, and that's what we're supposed to do. And we, when we're in the Hebrew Union, in the Reform Union prayer book, there's a prayer for the United States. And that I'm sure that in other Reform Unions in other countries, they have prayers for their own countries too. When Netanyahu came to France a few years ago, and he's trying to get the French Jews. I guess it was after the Charlie Hebdo attack or something, and he's trying to get the French Jews to emigrate to Israel, and they all busted out. He's in a synagogue giving his pitch, and they all busted out singing La Marseillaise. That's what Jews. We live by Torah, but we're loyal. We're patriotic to the law of the land that we're born in. That's why the Zionist Israel they're draining our country $40 billion a year to support their military, and that's just from the taxpayers. There's billions and billions of dollars. I wouldn't even want to try and guess what the actual total is. It could be more than what the taxes collect. They get from private sources endowing it. They never built their infrastructure. The Hadassah Hospital, for instance, was built by American money. Our synagogue put up a lot of money for that. If they didn't have America pay their bills, they'd never gotten this far. Okay, so we're going to install a Tor browser. Okay. And it's going to open. Oh, look at that. Yes. I'll have to report that one too. Mm-hmm. My friends are dealing with an American Zionist Jew. Looks like he's in his mid-30s with a couple thousand followers. And he's a total asshole. These guys only know how to argue with insults and propaganda. They put out all these fake statistics all the time. Just make all these wild claims that just aren't true. It's kind of like our president. And he got 20 likes for that. He gets a lot of likes because he's got all his little psychopaths in his following. What am I reporting? What do you mean? I'm oh, what am I reporting? Oh, an abusive tweet that guy made at a friend of mine. Probably gonna get Twitter's real tricky with only 240 characters. Get what you want to get said in. I usually end up, maybe 10, 20 characters over, and I have to, just a Zionist idiot who made a really rude, awful remark to someone. I do have an interesting development tonight, two of them. I received a call from somebody who played a audio that was of me that had been patched together from isolated words that make me admit to a felony that isn't true. And the stupid motherfucker called me from a landline. I sent him a text message. I get this text message back. Pay 25 cents for it to be delivered. I'm gonna wait until in the morning. I'll go blow in on the cop shop first thing in the morning, I think. I'm not even gonna come online, I don't think, in the morning. I'll just get up and do my morning stuff and then beat it. Down to the cop shop. So anything else anybody have an interest in this evening? Maybe I ought to play instead of smoke a cigarette. Yeah, it's a little fuzzy. I need to clean it out. I just saw my cleaning tool. And this is not it. But I could probably turn this into a cleaning tool with a little sandpaper. That's too big. I have a piece of cardboard that I use. Fall on the floor. Mwah. Mwah. I saw it a little while ago. Shit. Shit. Let's make a new one. Instead of hunting around for an old one. No. No, well. Feed me. Feed me, Seymour. What would you guys like to talk about? Does anybody have a question? Anything you'd like an answer to about anything but my past? That things that you think were horrible in my past. I'm not really interested in like defending myself from any accusations tonight. Go discuss it in the places where it's being discussed, and all the awful things that they want to do to me for the perceived awful evil that I've done in my life. No, that's I apparently didn't. Yeah, we got a standard issue Zionist in my face. that all he's got is propaganda and insults. That's the guy that my friend once reported. All he's got is propaganda and insults. Yeah, he went over the line, called me. He's, oh, you've gone full retard now. Twitter doesn't go for that. You know, you people who use the word retard, really, it's just demonstrating your own low intelligence. You know, the people that you map at, calling them retard. Um, I'm gonna find this one where he called the woman a cunt. I didn't find that. Um, what music genre best lifts my mood? When I'm wanting, when I want to just be calm, I'll play like Mozart and shit like that. When I want some like clarity and focus on tasking, I'll crank up the band. and um, hello Jezebel, hi Kashi. Tard's much better. Retard is it's offensive to people with developmentally disabled people and their families for one asshole to call another asshole a retard for disagreeing with them. That's real offensive. So, Jezebel, your questions. Tucson sometime. Well, anytime. What do you have in mind? I'm always happy to entertain visitors that are friendly. That's all the usual. Scientists saying stupid shit and then people calling them full of shit. All the usual. Just the usual. What convictions were you thinking that I had? Please. What do you think? What have you been told that I've been convicted of? No. Nothing of any consequence. Couple of misdemeanor tickets for marijuana possession is all. Right? I don't know. I don't even know if I can cross the border because I don't have a passport. I don't think you can without a passport anymore. It's been a lot of years since I've been across the border. Like about 1999, 98. Just water. That's what's in it most of the time. It's just water. Sometimes I'll make tea. Yeah, I've crossed in San Diego and I've crossed at El Paso, and well, I didn't have to show anything going one way, and all I had to do was show my driver's license coming back, and they didn't search me or anything. I pissed off a guy. I took a bus trip, and they got on the bus and they're asking everybody for their ID, and I just looked at him. Oh no, he asked, "Are you a citizen?" I just looked at him. I didn't say anything. He asked me three times, and I just kept looking at him, and he finally gave up and walked away. Oh, what's going on here? All of a sudden, all tweets, big deal. Well, it's early. I'm tired. Plus, I didn't nap today. No, I didn't say anything. That's the best thing to say. If you really, you really want to stump them, don't say anything. Hold up a card if you need to. Tell them why you're not saying anything. That really blows them away. They don't know what to do. Could get you beaten though. You gotta be careful about that. Uh, uh. This Matt Gates, went after Michael Cohen about his. He tweeted it at Michael Cohen. Do your wife and father-in-law know about your girlfriends? Maybe tonight would be a good time for that chat. I wonder if she'll remain faithful when you're in prison. She's about to learn a lot. So here somebody asked him, are you assuming your dad will help you avoid prosecution for witness tampering? Did your dad help cover up murder of your college roommate? Do you think someone with 7 DUIs should behave like this? How do you feel about 45's lies to his wives? Ask me for a country. Now I got to see what this is about. I got to see what this is about the college roommate. This guy's a real piece of work. Come on, go back. There we go. Okay. Florida panhandles. This is the Intrepid report. Florida panhandles GOP politics, sex, lies, and dead bodies. And who is it? The Intrepid report? Who are these guys? Fearless, feisty, and independent news commentary and analysis from 1998. Started as online journal. Bev Conover is a former newspaper editor, and I guess she's independent. So let's go back there. This is by Wayne Madsen from August 29, 2016. The Florida Panhandle has seen its share of sketchy Republican office holders. A few local voters who were around in 2001 can forget the suspicious death of Lori Klausutis, a 29-year-old constituent services staffer for retiring GOP Representative Joe Scarborough. Klausutis' body was discovered at 8 o'clock in the morning on July 20th, 2001 by a couple who arrived at Scarborough's Northport Walton Beach office for a meeting. Klausutis is said to have died from a skull fracture. The local coroner's determination that the very physically fit Klausutis died from accidental causes left many voters in Florida's first congressional district convinced that Scarborough, now the host of MSNBC's Morning Joe, somehow knew more than what was revealed about the circumstances of his aide's death during the middle of the night. On Tuesday, August 30th, the Panhandle's GOP primary voters will be given the opportunity of electing another congressman with a shady past from the heavily Republican 1st District. Matt Gaetz, the son of Florida State Senator Don Gaetz, hopes to head to Washington to fill Scarborough's old House seat. The Gaetz father and son team hail from a prominent Republican political family in North Dakota. Seven arrests for drunk driving and a reputed alternate gay lifestyle. Gaetz' politically powerful father, Don, ensured none of the arrests led to prosecutions. Let's see what it says about the roommate. Here we go. And what would Panhandle politics be without a dead body? Gaetz' roommate at Florida State University was reportedly found dead under suspicious circumstances while they were undergraduate students. The same political machine that drove Sansom from office was used to cover up the circumstances of the roommate's death. Sources close to the investigation of the death, however, told WMR that the Florida Department of Law Enforcement investigated the death as a possible homicide, but the agency was later politically pressured to rule it a suicide. As with Gaetz' multiple DUIs, the suspicious death of his college roommate was buried by Florida authorities and the university. They don't say what the suspicious circumstances are. And Matt Gaetz was involved in a gay relationship with a well-known pastor of an evangelical megachurch in Fort Walton Beach. Yeehaw. Yeah, it's like I get to a point with them where I say, okay, yeah, no, it's here, read it. I'm not sure. Oh, I closed it. Shit. Oh well. Anti-vaccination movement. To my knowledge, the actual vaccines are not the problem. Most of them work well. Some of them are kind of sketchy. But most of them work well. The problem is with what they put in them. And that something is causing the incidence of autism to rise at an exponential rate. And there's a lot of evidence that connects to the vaccine additives. No, certain vaccines are like important to keep measles, for instance, but they need to give it to them where it doesn't have like shit in it that's going to cause problems. That's the trouble, is what they're putting in them. It's not the vaccine itself. But with cops, my it's like, cite me, arrest me, or release me, please, now. And they usually do. You never know which they're going to do either. I haven't been arrested in a long time. I haven't had any like hardly anything with Tucson cops that where I was facing arrest. Balls around my neck. These aren't balls. This is hello. That's amethyst crystal, and this is lapis lazuli heart. Truck balls. Is this the balls you're talking about? No, they're not truck balls. It's a crystal and a capuchon. Ah, ah, ah. Oh, geez. Yeah, Israel wants to displace a quarter of the Palestinian Bedouins. You know, Hitler went after the gypsies first. You know, they're these people. Yeah, they're nomadic, but they don't move that far. And some of them have villages that have been there for like long time, real long time. Not much. Not much. Nothing going on there. I'm getting tired. Did I do the apartment tour for everybody yet? No, I haven't. I need to do a little cleaning first. I'm still like getting settled back in from after the show. I haven't really done that. And kitchen's a little messier than I want to be showing in public at the moment. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. Tomorrow I'm getting up and going first thing in the morning. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow afternoon, get the house in order enough to show it. I haven't in a long time. That's what I want to get back to doing. I have several hats. I've kept my head. It's part of my religious practice. I've kept my head covered since I was in high school. I prefer to have a head of hair that looked decent too, but it's a religious covering. You know, try growing up a woman with a penis, and have everybody tell you no, you can't be a woman because you have a penis, and while the rest of me is like totally obviously female, and then having me pretend that I'm male. This is my whole life, and I mean, it's not quite so obvious now. But boy, I had an awful time in high school. Fortunately, my friends were all football players, and we were good Jewish American princes and sons of bosses, and I didn't get too bullied too badly, especially after I got out of all male school. When I went to the suburban school, it wasn't so bad. One of my first couple of years in high school, I thought they too much. There was no surgery. I'm intact. I'm the way I was born. I intend to get no surgery either. This is me. I'm what I am, and I'm I'm sorry. I don't meet anybody's cisnormative expectations of a man or a woman, and I'm not trying to. I'm Tommy, and I'm non-binary, I guess. I got male junk and a female brain, and my body's like somewhere in the middle. and it's always been that way, and that's what I am. And I never could behave properly as a male. I was never successful at behaving like a male. And now I'm being me, and I'm succeeding, and I'm accepted in most places. Everywhere, I don't get any kind of hostility for being trans on the street at all. I've had very few chance encounters with people over my transness in the street. It's just these trustums and alt-right maniacs trying to call me a fake tranny. That's all. I do. If I don't like somebody's attitude, they're gone quick. I don't want to see anybody come down on anybody here. No, they fucked over my forum intentionally. They went and they posted nasty shit on the forum and then reported their nasty posts. I've had a strange life, and it's nowhere near over. I'm 64, and my health is incredibly good, especially for a smoker. I shock my doctor all the time. My cardiovascular health is 90 over 60, 110 over 70 kind of blood pressure, and my heart rate's usually like in the high 60s. No, I went to the local clinic, El Rio Community Health Center, and laid out my complaint about having gender dysphoria. And I've got a primary care physician who's a gender specialist, and I see a shrink once a month. Yeah, and I'm taking the HRT, and it really hasn't had that big of an effect. I need to do a Transformation Tuesday post, and a then and now photo. I'm coming up on. No, I haven't. She is cute. She's a little tiny thing. But see, I'm not that kind of person where I can just get like I'm just always turned on. I mean, she would have to like make love to me for a while before I would like want to do it back at her. So, and I think she's married. I'm not sure. Oh, we have a nice relationship. She is really tiny. I mean, just like she's too small for me where I feel like I'd break her in bed. I don't even, someone that small, I don't even consider it. And I never really came on to anybody much. It was always people come on to me and I'd either accept it or turn it away. I've been praying for healing. I got all the wrong plumbing for what my mind wants. And I just, I'm not a sexual creature like a lot of my siblings are, where, I'm monogamous in my dreams. And I've been a serial monogamous in my life. And no, I'm not. I'm not at all. No. I'd like to be loved, but that's more hugging and kissing than fornication. I want to mate. I don't want to go and be jumping from bed to bed getting my rocks off. That just was never me. I'm not that kind of person. That's why it hurts so badly um, inside me to see people, you know, whatever floats your boat. I don't stand in judgment of anybody, uh, anybody's sexual preferences. I have a concern for people who engage in anal sex, unprotected anal sex with multiple partners, and I'm totally like opposed to like too rough sex, especially for taking movies of it and killing people. But like, you know, if you're into BDSM, it's mostly role play anyway. And but unprotected anal sex with multiple partners is a public health hazard. This is a big problem. You know, I got no problem with anal sex, but use a condom and really keep it in your house. You know, don't. There's just people that go out and picking up a new piece every week. They're just vectoring STDs all over the place. You're about to get blocked, Isabel. I don't know what the hell you're hearing. I don't do BDSM at all, and I don't film any of it. I'm not finding you amusing one little bit. I'm not. You know, my friends are pretty sexually conservative for the most part. No, I didn't. I didn't say anything like that. I have zero tolerance for anybody who's like persists in talking about things I don't want to see. No, I don't want to discuss any of that. And I certainly don't want, you know, movies, SM, you know, thinking I did it. And I don't know where you got that from. Is my sound that bad? I don't. That's not me. I'm not sure where you picked up on that. Thanks. John, I'm old. I'm 64 years old. There's things that, you know, when you get to be my age, it's like, no, just don't even bother me with that kind of stuff. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to have to respond to it. I want to hear it. And you know what? I'm hungry, and my throat's a little raspy. So I'm gonna sign off. And thank you guys for coming. And I might come back a little later and play, but nah, it's 8:30 already. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. See y'all probably tomorrow. Thanks for coming. Happy day. Bye-bye.